Welcome back, everyone, to another replay analysis. This one of Doctor himself. With no dot at the end of Doctor. But Doctor himself. This is a 3v3 game. He's partnered up with one guy. Didn't mention him too much in his previous goings here. But he's champ 2. And he got his replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs00. There's a replay tier. There's a coaching tier. There's a free play tier. And lots of other fun stuff there. So go check it out if you want to get a replay analyzed. But let's get into this one. It's a long one. I'm going to say that right away. It goes for a long overtime. So he probably won't be stopping as often. I'm going to try to do it less, but I feel like I always do a lot of it anyway. So whatever. Right here, he's going for the boost starve. Kind of misses out on it and doesn't have time to really do much with the ball. He honestly probably could have got an attempt here. Right here, we see he's going to lose this boost war to get to this boost. Now that boost is there, the replay is bugged. So at this point, you go for the ball. And in 3v3, you have a much better chance to secure a solid pass instead of a 2v2 where maybe like other players are not around because they don't have boost. Now, he also went for kickoff. So the other two guys should definitely have boost and should be definitely in a pretty good position to make a play on this ball. So I'm surprised he doesn't attempt it. He doesn't even attempt to try and passes off the back wall. Maybe he read the bounce wrong, so he just wanted to get out. He only had 12 boost, but I think he still could have made a play. Either way, he's out. Waiting for this touch. No touch happens. I like this read here. Pretty solid play here to come across the net and see if this will be a weak touch. As soon as this touch is a little bit more powerful than he thought, he changes his mind and goes for the boost steal. I like this play a lot because when you're playing threes, you can basically always have someone playing for the weak hit. Even though there was a demo, it's not really going to matter because they will respawn in time. So I like this idea of trying to play for a weak touch off this wall. It doesn't happen. So immediately just go for the boost grab because your teammates will back you up. Now there's his teammate coming back off the demo. Had plenty of time to get back. Another demo happens. We got a miss here. This is a wide open-ish net. The guy just respawned off the kickoff, and he still scores somehow anyway. I don't know why it's not showing on the top right. Maybe that's always been a replay thing. I don't know. But he just throws us on net. Honestly, not the greatest of plays. He probably should have tried for a fake of some sort here. But it doesn't matter. It goes in anyway. He just rushes it. And this is really loud on my end for some reason. There we go. Pull it down a little bit. But yeah, just get us a free goal there. Just some mistakes coming out from the other team. And we'll take those. Trying for a flip reset here. I'm not a big fan of this. Like, he goes up and he... Like, I'm not sure what he's actually trying to do here. Trying for a scoop, I guess, and throw it towards the net. But honestly, you have the one guy beat. Just tap it past him. That's really all you got to do. No need to get fancy here. Could have easily just tapped it around him. And, like, at least made it a little bit threatening, but... Either way, they still keep possession. Another shot here might go in. No, almost. Now this probably should have been a goal. So right here, when you see that save happen and the ball bounces off this post. Now I was going to say maybe he misread the post, but he's got plenty of time. He's got all the time in the world. And now it's just all about weighing your options. You have one guy in net on the left side. You have one guy, looks like he's going for boost. He might turn here, and then they're kind of guarding that post. So we'll watch this a little bit slower here, just to see exactly what's about to happen. So the other guy turns, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. He turns so late. He's already got ample time to just shoot exactly right here where his teammate is. You might have to worry about your own teammate making the save, but like this shot should definitely go in. It's a straight shot, too. You just got to make sure you hit the right side of the net here. So just a little bit of a misplay here. He throws it back left. Really no need to do that. He didn't even throw it back left enough where he could throw it behind the opponent. So kind of just a poor shot there. But it happens. Trying to stay with the play. Got the boost starve, so he's that going for him, which is always good. Trying to turn up my sound here real quick. Sorry about that. Let's go back a little bit here. He's trying to hang around here. Maybe a little too much. Like, once that play happens, there's really no point of following through with this. He should just start boosting back and go for the rotation. Like, they're going to lose that ball. Somehow this ball actually goes backwards, which it should have never. He should have never been in this position. But he does get a chance of doing something. Just kind of throws it weak at net, though, which is not really going to do much. He basically expected that the third man would probably come up, and he was trying to surprise him by just throwing it behind him. But it doesn't happen. Maybe trying to cherry pick a little bit too much. Not sure what he's trying to do here, honestly. Like, This is not the greatest cherry pick of spots anyway, and his other two teammates, like, if they're just going with the flow here, it's better off that those two make this play. Because, alright, so say this guy goes for a weak touch. So say Gitsy moves up and is playing for the miss, then the other guy, Plix, is going to play for the long hit. Well, now Gitsy is upfield, and he's available for a pass. There's really no need to have another guy available for a pass here. It just kind of looks like he's trying to cherry pick, maybe a little bit too hard. When he should just kind of rotate and keep with the flow. It also confuses his team a little bit. And now he kind of just ball chases into the corner anyway. And now the ball goes to exactly where he was. So it's like, I don't know. It just didn't seem that useful. He's going to go back and grab this boost. See what type of pass happens from that. Nothing really happens. So he's looking around, trying to make some plays. Now he's rotating out, which is good. See what he does here. Now again here, he kind of tries to slow it down a bit and tries to go for something fancier than he needs to. Can honestly just throw it off the backboard here. Plix is going around. He just picked up that corner boost, so he is available for another backboard play. So all you really have to do here is just throw it off. Just throw it off the backboard one more time, and your teammate probably scores this. Instead, tries to get a little too cute. But I do like that he lands on the ball or around the ball just to be a little bit more of a nuisance at a time there. Now, once again, here. He's at 0 boost. Not sure what he's waiting on here, because even if his teammate wins this challenge somehow, he's at 0 boost. He's not really going to be able to do much. Just get out. Just get out while you can. He's taking his time. He still hasn't flipped yet. Now he finally flips to just tap it away, but it's going to turn to a pretty risky play, no matter what he can do. He probably flips actually not that much later than I would want him to, but he taps this away, which is not the greatest tap. I think he really wanted to go for the block here more than anything, or try and disrupt him, but it turns right into a pass. And just kind of gets lucky that he's in the right place, right time for that save. As we move forward here, pretty easy win for TTC on this wall. The only thing you can really do there is, like, don't play it, almost. Because he was going to get beat pretty much no matter what here. At this point, he sees it coming. He's behind the ball, or now he's kind of like underneath the ball from where this is about to get hit. And honestly, your best play here is to just not go for it at that point. Not much he could do there. I think it's just a good read by TTC. And they get the goal. Sometimes it's just a good read from the other team. You know, there's not much you can do. Going for a fancy kickoff. He wins it, though, to his teammate. Alright, so they both go for the double tap here. This is actually not a bad read by him. He was actually relatively close. I think he was going to miss either way. But relatively close. But Gitsy obviously following it up. Now, obviously, that's going to waste all your boost. And now you're out of the play. It is an extremely risky play. But hey, man, I get it. Go for the montage play once in a while. I'm down with it. Go for it. Like, I don't go for it because I can't. But, you know, hey. If you can, go for it. See what Gitsy does here. So it looks like he was playing the miss just a little bit. The miss slash backboard play. Probably better off just missing that ball from Gitsy, but like he's still getting out at least with good recovery from time to time, so that's good. He is trying to be a little bit too flashy, I think. And I think this is one of those elements of like, hey, I'm a champ 2, I have extremely good mechanics, but the reason why I'm in champ 2 is because I still go for like all the crazy plays when I don't really need to. Like this pre-jump, pretty good read. Probably could have waited, though. He probably didn't even have to pre-jump this hard. So, these are the plays when you're a champ 2 where it's like, oh, I'm going to pre-jump this. I'm going to be as fast as possible. But if you read the situation, there was no one else around, and you didn't have to go up this early, and you could have made a better touch instead. But instead, he throws it back to his own corner, which is not inherently bad. But those are the plays that would see later on where he's going to pre-jump something and completely miss, and then it turns into a goal. It's just one of those style of plays. Just got to be careful when you try for those type of plays. But right here again, going to go back. He doesn't get that mid boost, and now he's just kind of waiting. Now, it's hard to tell when the boost came up. Maybe the other guy took it. It's hard to tell in replays. But he just kind of sits around for a little bit too long on the other end of the field. And it turns into a really good scoring chance for Blue. And it just seems like there's some greed going on in his play. Some greed slash flashiness that probably could just be taken out of his gameplay entirely, and he would still be great. Or he would probably be even better than what he's doing. Right here, he grabs some boost, but he gets demoed. It happens. And come back. Now, all this is just guesswork, too, based on he's champ 2, and I see his mechanics are pretty decent. or at least his recoveries are. It just seems like decision-making just a little bit too greedy. Right there, he doesn't go for this play. I'm not really sure why. I think he just misreads it. Yeah, I honestly don't know what he's doing there, but now he's moving up. And again, he's kind of just sitting around this midfield when it's not necessarily his team's ball yet. He's trying to hope that his teammates will carry him to a good pass, and these are probably the players now. Again, I'm putting words in his mouth now. I'm not sure. Where he's probably going to blame his teammates a lot, where he expects his teammates to hit it up to him, but sometimes it's all about reading the play, and right there, it wasn't really Orange's ball just yet, and he was just moving up. Now, again, he might not be like this. I'm just trying to say what, might be the case. Trying to slow down for a dribble. Nice little flick. Probably didn't need like anything incredible here just because no one's around him, but it works out. He beats one, and he goes for a good 50-50. Works out, goes for a second 50-50. Really good dribble play by himself. Now, at the end of the day, the 50-50 goes into a corner, so it doesn't really help all that much. But I like the plays. I like the challenges. Slowing down to win some of those 50-50s. Well done from him. And moving on. Here again, kind of rushes this hit. No one's around him at all in this corner. And he kind of just rushes it. Just a little bit. Now he goes above it. He misreads it. And he just throws it down. And honestly, Sausage probably should have made that play. Because if he's reading for the weak hit, which in threes you probably should if you're Sausage here, he would have a pretty solid play. But instead he turns around too, so he got a little bit fortunate there. He wins it over Sausage a second time, which makes sense. Going for some demo plays. I like the idea here. Looks like he's going for demo, but doesn't turn off ball cam, which is fine. He kind of sees where he's going. So like this play. What is this play? Why are you here? Why are you jumping? Your teammate is trying to hit it, and it's a relatively difficult play around Champ 2 to make any solid contact here. You could stay for a pass. I don't mind staying for a pass here all that much because your teammate is winning the ball. But you jump up for almost no reason here. And then just side flips out, just kind of losing positional play. And then his teammate comes in, tries to make a play, and nothing really happens here. Now, you're the third man at this point. You should never be going for this ball. Because now the other two are out of the play. Your whole job is to waste time. The only way you waste time here is if you try and throw it up the wall, but the other guy is right there. Very likely, you even attempt to hit this, it just bounces out to the mid, and it's a free shot. Luckily, he doesn't go for it. Smart play there, so that's good. But he probably should have never been around the ball anyway. But that is a smart play to slow it down here and make them dribble on you, which worked out. So, I like the idea after the fact he kind of ball chased towards the ball. It was a bad positional play at first, but he made up for it, so that was good. Now, he's going to get boost, and I don't mind sometimes if you feel like your whole team is drained and you need to go grab some boost. I don't mind that too much. In this case, he probably could have kept going back to his own corner and probably got the other boost in time. But he's going to move forward and hope for a good clear. Now, this play, it's one of the few times where the ball actually comes out when he's on the offensive end, and he doesn't do anything with it. Like, do something with this. His best play, honestly, here is to go along the side of the ball and side flip back into it for a back pass. But he decides to do nothing with it, and they just lose possession. So one of the few times he's there, he doesn't actually do much with it. Now, they get a clear back to his teammate, which is good too, but he could have done that himself and not having to worry about a defensive mistake by Blue. But see here, he's following a little bit too closely. In the 3 situation, the other two are there. Do not go anywhere near this ball. When the other two teammates are around a ball, do not go near this ball. And again, I think it's just him trying to be too antsy to go on the offensive side. Just play back, just play a little bit of defense. And right there, he gets caught off guard. He has to make a harder touch than probably needed. And he does so, once again. He's making some good plays, but that's after the fact of a positional mistake. So that's probably what's holding him down. Again, maybe don't see that in a 5-minute game here, but I think overall, that's probably the case. Here, just going for a little bit of air dribble. Kind of messes up a little bit, but makes up for it by at least getting behind the ball for a 50-50 opportunity. And we'll see what happens here. Off the bounce. Doesn't read it necessarily correctly. Trying to read off Sausage, it looks like. But Sausage then side flips out. And he really doesn't have any boost either, so it's hard for him to make a play. Now, again, here, honestly, why not just go back? Like, I get it. There was no boost right here. When that play comes out, you either go for this ball immediately or you bail out. And he just kind of does neither. Which is kind of weird. But Whatever. The ball goes back. His teammates will clear it out, and we'll go to overtime. This is going to be a long overtime, so get ready for it, boys. All right, off the kickoff. Throwing it to the side. See if we can get a dunk. A pretty good idea there. With zero boost, it's always best to just follow behind it and try to get the pass anyway, because your other teammates will have opportunities to grab boost. So I like the idea. Just didn't work out. A little bit of a misread here, but should be able to clear it. Dangerous clear, though. He kept it just above his net. He honestly has to hit this with a lot of power. Seems like his wall aerials are a little bit off from time to time, but that one just a little bit too soft. It does go relatively high, though, so that's the most important part, is it didn't hit ceiling, so it stayed really high, so it's a hard shot. And luckily, they actually got a double commit out of that, so that works out. So maybe didn't get the power on it sideways, but he at least got it up extremely high. He goes to the demo, misses out on it. That play I don't mind at all. Just go for that demo, makes sense. Now he's chilling back. He's been a little bit more passive. Good read here. Can't really follow up on it, but I like the idea. He's got to be a little bit careful because he is that third man at this point. He took a longer rotation once again. We're coming around here. Like, right there, it's dangerous to actually come out for this mid boost, because he should be the first man back at this point. So it is extremely risky. And again, like, his mechanics are pretty solid. Like, this play, extremely solid. It's just he's putting himself in really risky situations because he's being a little bit too greedy for the boost or moving upfield. Right here, not the hardest of shots. He doesn't really have any boost to do much with it. Probably should have not shot it, but instead went underneath it and just popped it up in the air. So at least it makes the goalie use some boost, or his teammates can follow up on it. Instead, he goes for the shot, maybe thinking it's an open net. Doesn't happen, though. Just kind of waiting this ball out. Nothing really happening just yet. Ooh, dangerous ball, but his teammate makes up for it here. So this is hard because he's kind of following behind the play a little bit, trying to see if Gitsy needs some help. Probably could have sat around net and maybe just picked up some more welfare boost around his net here. But instead, he goes to the corner, goes for the boost grab, and now he's in trouble because this ball's coming around the mid. He kind of jumps a little bit or speeds up just past the ball, so he can't follow through with it and just go to the other side of the field. So instead, he has to try and hit it as hard as he can quickly to disrupt the shooter, and he does just enough where it was a relatively weak shot, so his teammate can make the save. And I like the idea of him, like, screw it, like, I made a mistake, but now I have to hit it as hard as I possibly can. Here he goes for a dribble. He actually had the dribble, that he just loses it a little bit at the end here. Like, right here, if he can get that in front of him and just throw it towards the net, maybe he scores, maybe. It's hard to tell, but a good 50-50. And once again, great mechanical play. Just, I think it's usually his positional play that's kind of throwing him off. He's like the opposite of me, where I can't do any of this stuff, but I'm higher ranked. Just because you just got to play positionally smart. Because mechanics only get you so far. Like, if you don't put it in the back of the net, then all those mechanical plays really don't matter in the end of the day. Alright, he's got some boost. And I feel like I'm picking on him a little bit in this video, but like, it's just because I see so much potential here where he's extremely good mechanically. It's just he goes for too much. That really frustrates me because I'm like, I wish I could do half this crap. So here he's trying to slow the ball down. It's just not a bad play. So this is better than maybe throwing it right back to the other guy. So you can see here, like, maybe if he goes at it just full on speed, then you throw it high and you throw it over, no skill over there. But instead he goes for the slow play. It works out because his teammate comes to play it. Plus, he was in the way of a 50-50, maybe, possibly. But he probably could have just sped at that ball a little bit quicker and thrown it past him. Tries for another solo play, doesn't really work out. But his teammates are there to back him up, which is the main thing. Like, solo plays are good if you make other people challenge you or make them miss, and it goes back to your teammate. So his solo plays haven't been that bad. Just nothing has resulted in a goal just yet. Okay, challenge to the side. Let's see what they do here. Now again here, cuts rotation a little bit, but it wasn't that bad of a cut rotation because his other teammate is watching the wall now, and he's watching mid. So once that happens, he should probably bail out. He's not really bailing out, and his teammate bailed out instead. So right here, I like this turn right when you see that car leave. So I like the turn of one person has to early challenge this. It probably should have been the other guy. But I like that he cuts rotation there because Plix decided to leave on it. Okay. Tries for the slow play. I think he was trying to trap this down and not actually hit it off top of his hood. Because that's a dangerous play, but he at least gets him in the air to try and block it. Now here again, I don't know if that boost is there or not. It might not have been, so he's just picking up welfare, which is fine. It's just hard to tell in the replays because they always bug out. Okay, no one's challenging this ball, which is kind of odd. For some reason, he's cutting around right here. I'm not really sure why. Maybe he's playing the miss, but honestly, at this point, probably should cut around and help out Gibbs over there. Maybe he didn't know where his other teammate was, so he thought he was moving up. Okay, let's see where this goes. Pretty good pass. Just misread again. Again, he's just trying to do everything a little bit too fast. He has time here. There is no one around to hit this ball. The only other player is no skill, and he's not even close. So just take your time. You don't have to make everything incredibly fast. Like, look at this. Look at all this time he has. He could have stayed on the wall for a little bit longer. Probably could have got a shot off here, or just a really soft pass out to Plix. But instead, he rushes it and screws up his jump because of it. And now it's like a free-ish clear for blue team. Now, this rush, I get. So this one makes a little bit more sense to try and rush a play like this because Sausage probably has a play here. But he just misreads again. Just again, he's playing a little bit faster than he should. Like, I think he would be so much better off and have much better reads if he just played a little bit slow. Here, he goes for a pre-jump that's probably, like, ill-conceived. Like, this ball, I guess he could get a shot, honestly. Like, he's playing the miss, I guess. It's fine. It doesn't happen, though. And, he's got two people to back him up, so it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst risk in the world. Okay, see what happens here. Should be able to clear. Nice clear to the side. Nice soft touch. Didn't get dunked on. See what he can do solo again. Oh, he's got to put that home. So as soon as you see someone going for the demo, then you want to shoot it a little bit easier of a shot, generally. And this is a pretty quality shot, honestly. It's not that bad of a shot. Just gets a little unlucky hitting that crossbar. So, nice idea. Like, at first, I think he was looking for the pass, then saw that the other guy was going for the demo. So he changed his mind and goes for the shot. It was a quality shot. Just a little bit high. But usually those, you want to play maybe a little bit safer when you can because you see the demo opportunity. It's going to be harder of a save. But I can't fault him for a shot like that. It was quality. Okay, nothing really happening here. Trying to follow behind his teammate. Does a bad dribble, so now they all got to back up. Not necessarily his fault. See right here, when he just kind of stops and waits around this play. I guess I could see it for a 50-50, but like in overtime, I would just play it safer and just rotate out so you know your other teammate can move up, who has better angles, who has better options, has more boost. So I like this idea of going up early for that challenge. You need someone to challenge that early enough so they can't just have their sweet time and go for their aerial dribble. And in threes, you can always have an early challenger. So I like the idea there, but the other guy just whiffs. So that's why he whiffs. Just the way of the world. I'm not sure why Plix is aerialing across to the field for this. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Trying for a pinch. Doesn't work out. It actually probably pays off better. So it gives a chance for Doctor over here, but didn't happen. I'm surprised he didn't stay center for this. So Gitsy, he's going for bumps. He's going to be kind of on a slow rotation out. But right after this touch, I'm surprised he turns more left. I thought he would cut back right and just try and get an angle for Plix to just nail it off the backboard for him. But he continues to go left, which is surprising because, like, this is a play where, say I was Plix, I would bash this off the backboard and I would expect my teammate to be ready mid. But instead, he just kind of bails on it. It looks like Gitsy at least rotates in from grabbing that boost or whatever he was grabbing and had the shot but didn't actually score it. Nice pinch here for a pass. This could be the goal. Nope. It's not the case. Now he's got to bail because I think Gitsy again went for demos in their net. Just got to be a little bit careful. Okay, he's got time here. Not the greatest 50-50. Probably wanted to just like be behind this ball a little bit longer. He tries to side flip to the right to cut it to the left, so there is no 50-50 at all, but probably safer off just kind of flip it into it and making sure that this ball goes forward. So this ball goes inside. His teammates are kind of out of position. They make somewhat of a save. And then this play, he's normally playing so fast. When you're on defense, whenever this happens and the ball is slowly coming out and you're driving back, just hit this. Hit this away into some corner. Because 9 times out of 10, someone is there and they're going to just take it off your hood and score. He actually looks for it, which I like, but at the same time, that keeps him from attempting it even longer. And it's weird because he's always going so fast for a lot of these balls, but when on defense, he takes his time. When on defense is probably the time where you can be really speedy because you don't have to be accurate. You just have to touch it away. So it takes a little bit too long there, but his teammate bails him out. Probably could have had that ball. But I do like the idea of the camera check. He's got the skills. That just think sometimes positionally or just decision making is a little bit off. Okay. I think we're coming near the end here. So not a huge fan of going for these backboard reads like this all that much. Just because, like, you can save the high ones, but it's harder to save the low ones. And when you are low, you also have a little bit more options. But, I don't know. Like, some people make it work. I don't, like, necessarily approve of ever doing it. But, hey, you know, you do what you got to do. A good recovery here, just double jumping off the ceiling. You get back. He's going to go for this boost, and I like that boost grab. Their team has the advantage. Everyone is cycling back. Now, this is a good boost grab on the offensive side. And we'll see if his teammate can do anything. He cannot. So now he's going to rotate a little bit out. Just a little bit. Just to see what type of plays are happening. But I like that boost grab. Good clear here. Another good boost grab. Nice demo as well. His teammates should have it. Should be fine. He gets the touch around 1. Oh, that's a triple commit. That's never good. Luckily, he didn't hit that out, which was smart of him. But that was a bad triple commit. Not his fault. Like, he was the one who probably had the play first, but his teammates just kind of a poor play there. Okay, he gets the boost, playing safety back here. Should be a goal. Maybe not. Never mind. Like, I was thinking. So, again, now this play. I thought he would aerial for this. And I thought he would try and rush this. And honestly, probably a play to try and rush because you have someone rotating out. Maybe he's a little bit worried about TTC here, hitting it over his head, but he's got a teammate out there, and it's a decent scoring opportunity. But I guess he was a little bit too far away anyway. So good 50-50 here to challenge it out. But it goes back to their goalie. It happens. Gotta watch that passing play. All right, nothing really happening there. Not yet anyway. Ooh, turned into a better passing ball. Nice rush here. He did bump his teammate, but that happens. But good 50-50, and that probably should have been the game, but it was not. Good clear, just nice and high. That's all you really got to do. Now follow it up because no one's really attacking it. And he got their boost, which is good. Going for demos, too. Trying to boost starve is always good. That should be the goal, and it is. There it is. He didn't really do a lot here, like towards the end. But he put pressure on that clear, so it allowed his teammate to get the ball. Then he looked for demos. Nothing really happened here all that much anyway. But it did make Sausage turn just a little bit there. Turn inside his net, and then he comes out a little bit awkward. And that turns into a goal. So just a little bit of that demo chance, it got them the goal. And well done overall for the game. But honestly, like early on, I felt like he was trying to position for things that were not really necessary. He's trying to just be upfield the entire time, which then you have to put a lot of trust in your teammates, and a lot of the plays just weren't necessary. He tried to speed maybe a little bit too much, going off walls or trying to go off for reads when he had more time than he thought. But overall, great mechanics. Maybe some of the decisions not the greatest here, but most of them, it didn't matter in the long run. But that's because it's one game that was 12 minutes and 40 seconds long. Nice job getting your money's worth. But like overall, when you get into games, you probably can like give up a lot more free nets if you're trying to just do a little bit too much. But overall, good replay. Thank you to Doctor for the replay. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.